So I've had a flurry of summer film reviews to do with our Film Fury channel, but I have had time to get into a video game that is actually kind of appropriate because it ties into one of the summer blockbusters that's out there. This is Cars 3 Driven to Win. It's published by Warner Brothers Games, even though it's a Disney property, and it was made by Avalanche Software, which used to make Disney Infinity and work on tons of Disney games, but Warner Brothers owns Avalanche now, so my head is exploding, and it's a Mario Kart style, kart racing, battle racing type of experience that, pulls a little bit of Mario Kart in here for sure. You get a little bit of Burnout. There's actually a mode called Takedown, where you have to take down opponents as quickly as possible, and you've got all of the Cars character infusion that you could ever want in here. Now, Cars is a bit of a derided franchise in the Pixar pantheon because it just doesn't have that sort of, beautiful, effervescent charm that some of the other Pixar movies has. It's a little too on the nose, living cars out there.
Oh, I get it. Fans love a comeback story, right?
But to my surprise, I actually kind of liked the last Cars movie, Cars 3. I gave it a pretty solid review. And I have to say that I kind of like this game too. It kind of grows on you. It's definitely nothing new. We played lots of other, kart racing and battle racing experiences out there over the years. But if you have family members or if you happen to be an enormous fan of the Cars franchise, I don't think you're going to be that let down with this sucker. You get sound-alikes. You don't get all of the voice actors that are, directly lifted from the film. But you get a bunch of characters. Obviously, a lot of the new characters that are introduced in Cars 3. You get to race around as Mater, and each of them has their own skills and abilities, and there's weaponry to be collected along the tracks. There's lots of different shortcuts and ramps and jumps and stunts that you can pull off. And of course you can, get a boost meter that rises up a little bit and give yourself a little blast of speed. The environments are actually pretty well modeled and rendered, and they kind of sweep past lots of scenery that we've seen in all of the Cars films. The music actually kind of fits and is appropriate. It sort of gets a little rockabilly at times, a little country-esque sometimes, and it absolutely fits the high energy intensity. I think what's going to surprise you about Cars 3 Driven to Win is how violent the game is. You actually do quite a lot of damage in this sucker, blasting rockets at people, bashing them off the side of the road. You're trying to basically kill everyone in this game.
Look, we got a special target out there. There goes just about everybody.
And I was a little shocked and had a smile on my face while I was playing this because it's supposed to be this cutesy kids game. And that also is another issue here too. It actually does get a little challenging, and I had to replay races more than I thought I would have to in order to progress in this sucker. It's not a throwaway game, and I think that is kind of the secret sauce at Avalanche, and why Warner Brothers wanted to pick these guys up is that they've always built games that are sort of bigger than their britches and meant to be played by children for sure, but also can be appreciated by parents and fans of these properties that go on all the way into adulthood, like myself. Yeah, I have to say that this actually kind of surprised me. Art's solid, the controls and the finesse that you have in here is pretty fun. The weaponry assortment is actually pretty decent, and you get a nice variety of different car types in there. You're not just racing around as Lightning McQueen. And of course, you can customize them a little bit as well. You can apply different paint jobs and things like that, and decals and things like that into this. Listen, I had fun. Cars 3 Driven to Win. If you're a big Cars maniac, I think it's worth the pickup. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.